And right next to it is the shooting range. And so there's lots of, my son and I would just go around and pick up the shotgun shells that we found. And then I had enough of them and I thought, oh, these are really beautiful. What can I make with them? Yeah, I ended up really identifying with my Ukrainian identity. I started to learn Ukrainian dance when I was here in Yellowknife. And then when I moved south in high school, I got really involved with the Ukrainian community in Calgary and ended up learning a lot more about my culture through that than necessarily through my dad. He lost his language when he was 5 when he started going to school because his parents asked him to speak English at home so that they could learn better. And so he lost his language as a kid and so couldn't pass that on to us. But when we were in Calgary, then I was able to get more familiar with my Ukrainian grandmother because that's where she lived. And so not only was I doing the Ukrainian dance and all of the other sort of extra cultural things that go along with that, I was able to spend time with my Ukrainian grandmother who herself, she's a really talented textile artist. She was an embroiderer and a sewist, and I learned she did a lot of different things. She learned from her mother, who was a Ukrainian immigrant, who had woven rugs for a living in Alberta and done seamstress work for the community too. She learned and earned her knowledge through her mother, which was really cool to me. As I started to learn more about my grandmother, my Ukrainian grandmother, I saw how that was connected back to her mother and how she learned from her. So I started tapping into my Ukrainian culture on the dance side and on sort of smaller other elements of culture, but then really started to get interested in Ukrainian clothing, Ukrainian textiles, and different elements of sort of the older culture. And that's actually what has led me. I've been working on a multi-year project that is about the Vinok, which is a Ukrainian headpiece that women wear. And so I've been working for many years now crafting these vinki that are that reflect back to place here in Yellowknife. And so I'm really excited about that because I'm able to speak through the Vinok as a way of making commentary, as a way of expressing just beauty, a way of expressing ugliness too, because it's all about using garbage that I find around town and turning that into a beautiful Vinok that can be worn. So it's not just a sculptural piece, but it's also wearable, which has been really fun to do.